Welcome to the Manteno Village Board meeting for Monday, October 21st, 2019. I'd like to call the meeting to order, and if we could all please rise to the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Boyce. Martin.
Here.
Dole. Here. Crockett.
Here.
Geske.
Here.
Phillips.
We have a quorum. Tonight, as always, we begin with the approval of the minutes. We have the minutes from October 7th, 2019. Are there any changes, additions, deletions, corrections? Seeing none, I would accept the motion to approve the minutes, the waive reading of the minutes and approve them as presented by the clerk. Motion by Geske. Second by Dole. Roll call.
Geske.
Yes.
Dole.
Yes.
Martin.
Yes.
Crockett.
Yes.
Motion carries. Public participation is signed up to address the board.
There is not this evening.
Village President's report. The only item I've got tonight is an item that I think Mr. Martin's going to talk about also about, we have a half marathon that's going to be taking place here this weekend. Saturday, there's going to be a couple hundred runners that are be going all through the community, through all the parks, I think all the biking and walking paths, probably I believe a number of country roads, so please pay attention to the runners that are going to be around. I know the police are heavily involved. I don't think any of the roads are going to be closed down, but it's going to be early Saturday morning, and just please pay attention so we make sure that we have a successful and uneventful day or so that they can get through their 13-mile run. I believe they're starting at the beach and going to Steam Hall Village, so there'll be a lot of people in town on Saturday morning. Village Administrator's report, Mr. LaRock is not here tonight. He's on vacation. Committee reports, Public Works and Utilities, Mr. Boyce is not up here, but Mr. Martin, you've got a couple items for Mr. Boyce.
Right, old business, none. New business, consideration, a motion to approve the acceptance of a grant of permanent utility easement from Martin Empire LLC for vacant property located along Smith or South Cypress Drive Street, parcel 0302 33 300-012, part of, and that's the first one. And then the second one is a motion to approve the acceptance of a grant of permanent utility easement from Dietrich Properties 1 LLC for vacant property located along South Cypress Street, parcel 03-02-33-100-003, and part of once again.
These are kind of a continuation of the last couple of meetings. We've had a number of properties that we have accepted easements, and this was all working with Aqua, Illinois, in cooperation with them to get the easements through the village so they can run the sewer line from what used to be the old village wastewater treatment center southbound to Road 6000. Aqua will be servicing that area, everything east of I-57. So this is helping Aqua to accomplish that. I know they planned on trying to get that construction started yet this year and hopefully have it completed by the end of the year. So this is a continuation of the easements that we had done previously.
And then the next Public Works Committee meeting is Tuesday, 10/22/19 at 7 a.m. at the Village Conference Room.
Thank you, Mr. Martin, and you want to go ahead and do your properties and recreation then also?
Absolutely. We have nothing on the old new. We had a meeting. Jim, you want to talk about the meeting we had in the dark?
Yeah, we went out and took a look at Jacobs Park. Got a good idea of the age of the equipment. So right now the Park Commission's got a bunch of catalogs out and taking a look at different playground ideas and trying to get something planned for hopefully next year if everything works out there.
Yeah, this will be the last park to really upgrade. So, and it needs it. So, and then before I get out of here, if you don't mind to talk about this now?
No, go ahead.
Okay, like the mayor said, Saturday, October 26th, they're having a run race to benefit Harbor House Domestic Violence Shelter. and it will start at 7 o'clock. And the idea is to be out of town by 10 o'clock or out the bar out the other side of town. And just for FYI, nobody's gonna remember this, but the route is gonna start at the Sportsman's Club. If you can imagine, it's gonna go down Main Street, it's gonna take a right on First, a right on Walnut, and a left on Fifth. So they're spending a lot of time right in that little area there. And then left on 7th, right by my house. Left on Maple, right, so basically it's gonna be through all the neighborhoods. Then they're gonna end up at Steam Hollow. And what they're asking for is, there's a couple hundred runners. The most you will be, inconvenienced is 10 minutes, in front of your house. So just behave, let them go. They want you to come out and cheer, bang pans, hoop for them because they're running. It's a good event for a great cause. So that's going to be between 7 and 10 through neighborhoods in Manteno on this coming up Saturday.
Just going back to the parks meeting that you had too, everybody knows that has been driven by, the square on Second for the last couple of weeks. The apartment building is taken down. New fence got put up there along the alley. It's an 8-foot fence that we had a variance for about a month ago in order to, block the view of the dumpsters and the things that are in the alley. The whole plan there is for, Jim, that you're gonna eventually clear some of that bushes and stuff off of there so we can kind of get a good indication as to how much space we've got there for development. I've gone around to the schools. I was at the Cub Scouts the other night. Every time I go somewhere, I keep getting people asking me, well, what's gonna go there? What's, what are you putting there? What's gonna happen? And the answer to that is, right now, we don't have a plan for that. I mean, the idea was to purchase the apartment building, get it demolished, get the area leveled off, plant some grass so we could kind of get a good idea as to how much property that we have there. And then over the course of the wintertime, come up with a plan for development, next year or the following year, depending on what we decide to do and the cost involved with whatever that project turns out to be. We might do it next year, or we have to wait a couple of years and bank some money in order to be able to pay for whatever this project is. So I've asked some of the students at the school when I've been there, and the Cub Scouts that where I was at there the other night, to come up with ideas and submit them to the village of, what they'd like to see. Obviously, it's got to be something that will fit there, something that majority or a lot of people will use, and something that's going to add to the other enhancements that we've got in the vicinity, and something that the village can afford to do. So, if you start getting calls and requests for whatever it might be, that's kind of what we were asking and looking for. And anybody that's watching this tonight, if somebody has an idea, if you've gone on vacation and you saw something that was, you think would be a real attraction that would work well in the square and Second, and is something that would fit there and is, it's not cost prohibitive, submit it to the village so we can talk about it at the Properties and Recreation Committees over the course of the next. Well, I know you don't meet during the wintertime, but the board can talk about it and submit it to them over the course of the wintertime, see if it's something that, can be done. But for right now, it's just gonna be cleaned off, leveled off and seeded, so we can get a handle on how much property we actually have.
And to go with that was, you're getting a lot of kids, I'm getting a lot of adults asking me what we're doing, and I said the same thing.
Yeah.
So think about it and give us a note, give us a call, say, what do you think, So we're trying to gather information. We have no concrete plans now, and we'll get those plants out of there, knock that berm down, and we'll see.
Yeah.
So if we need one, we had talked about that, we might need one between now and March, and we'll have one if we have to, but our next scheduled one is not till March 18th. So with that, that's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Martin. Public Safety and Health, Mrs. Dole.
Thank you, Mayor. I don't have any action items on the agenda tonight. My next public safety meeting is Wednesday, November 13th at 7 a.m. at the Village Hall Conference Room. I want to give a couple safety tips. At the risk of being redundant, the Manteno Police Department would once again strongly encourage everyone to lock their car doors at night. This week we had several more cars broken into and all the vehicles were unlocked. To make matters worse, valuable items were left visible in the cars, including a laptop and purses. Stolen from the purses were IDs and credit cards, which were used by the thieves to purchase merchandise in the Chicago area. Please remember your 9 p.m. routine and get in the habit of locking your car doors at night and don't leave valuables in the car visible. The Manteno Police Department greatly appreciates your cooperation in preventing this avoidable crime. Also wanted to mention about Halloween. The hours are Thursday, October 31st, 5 to 7 p.m. With Halloween right around the corner, the Manteno Police Department would like to offer a few safety tips to trick-or-treaters, parents, and motorists. Trick-or-treaters, please bring a flashlight and cell phone if possible. Try to limit trick-or-treating to scheduled hours and stay in familiar neighborhoods. Parents and guardians should accompany small children at all times. Children should dress in light-colored costumes or have reflectors placed on dark clothing. Painted makeup is considered safer than a mask and is less restrictive to a child's vision. Accept sealed or wrapped treats only. All items should be inspected by an adult before allowing children to partake. Never enter areas that are not in the public view. Children should be reminded not to talk to strangers and never enter a stranger's house or vehicle. Obey all traffic rules such as crossing streets at corners, not between cars in the middle of the block. Motorists should exercise extra caution when driving in neighborhood streets and pay particular attention to the possibility of trick-or-treaters darting into traffic. Citizens should call 911 to report any suspicious activities or acts of vandalism. Have a great Halloween. And remember to turn your house lights on if you want trick-or-treaters. And also remember daylight savings time ends on November 2nd. So when you go to bed, turn your clocks back. That's all I have.
Thank you, Ms. Stoll. Planning and zoning, Mr. Crockett.
Thank you, Mayor. I have 2 items on the agenda this evening. The first one is Ordinance 19-20, an ordinance granting a variance from Title 9 Zoning, Chapter 10, Specialty Districts, Article number C-4A5, premises signs, number allowed, in FB-1 zoning for the property located at 74 North Oak Street here in town. The next item is Ordinance 19-21, which is also an ordinance granting a special use permit from Title 9 Zoning, Chapter 10, Specialty Districts, Article number C-3-2B, Automotive Repair in the FB-1 Zoning District for the property located at 370 South Locust Street, also here in town. Ryan, did you want to comment on any of those, or just pretty straightforward stuff there?
Pretty straightforward. David Frost is here if you have any questions about the signage.
Anybody have any questions?
Both of these have gone to the planning commission and been approved.
Correct. Yep.
The next, our next planning and zoning committee meeting was scheduled for tomorrow, but we had nothing on the agenda, so we did cancel that. The next planning commission meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, October the 30th, 6 p.m. here in the village boardroom, and that's all I have for this evening.
Thank you, Mr. Crockett. Finance, Mr. Geske.
Thank you. I have a motion to receive and place on file the village annual audit prepared by Smith, Cohen, Dykstra, and Olm for the fiscal year ending April 30th, 2019. Prior to tonight's meeting, we had a committee of the whole and we just got done reviewing this exciting documentation. It will be placed for public viewing. It will be available on our website as well, if I'm not mistaken. Next item I have is a motion to receive and place on file the annual TIF reports for fiscal year ending April 30th, 2019, and a motion to receive and place on file the annual treasurer's report for fiscal year 2018-19, and authorizes publication. We have payment of bills in the amount of $180,926.11, which includes TIF bills from TIF 1 of $7,503 and TIF 3 of $53.50. There were no bills authorized or paid between board cycle and our next committee meeting scheduled for November 13th at 7 a.m.
Mr. Geske. General Government, Mr. Phillips is not here tonight. He has nothing on the agenda. So the items that we'll be voting on tonight under the consent agenda are as follows. Under old business, we have nothing. Under new business, we have ordinance 1920, which is an ordinance granting a variance from Title 9 Zoning, Chapter 10, Specialty Districts, Article C-4A5, premises signs, number allowed, in the FB1 zoning for the property located at 74 North Oak Street, Manteno. Item number 2 is ordinance 1921, an ordinance granting a special use permit from Title 9 zoning, Chapter 10, Specialty Districts, Article number C-32B, automotive repair in FB1 zoning district for the property located at 370 South Locust in Manteno. A motion to receive and place on file the village annual audit prepared by Smith, Kelly, Dykstra, and Ohm for the fiscal year ending April 30th, 2019. A motion to receive and place on file the annual TIF reports for fiscal year ending April 30th, 2019. A motion to receive and place on file the annual treasurer's report for fiscal year 2018-2019 and authorize its publication. Item number 6 is a motion to approve the acceptance of a grant of permanent utility easement from Martin Empire LLC for property located on South Cypress Street, parcel 03-02-33-300-012. Also, a motion to approve the acceptance of a grant of permanent utility easements from Dietrich Properties 1 LLC for vacant property located along South Cypress Street, parcel 03-02-33-100003. And a motion to pay the bills in the amount of $180,926.11, of which $7,500 are TIF 1 and $53.50 are TIF 3. Are there any items on the consent agenda that need to be voted on individually? Seeing none, I'd accept the motion to take a single roll call of the question of passage of the agenda items as read.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Crockett, second by Geske, roll call.
Crockett,
Yes.
Geske,
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Dole,
Yes.
Motion carries. I'd accept the motion to approve by unanimous vote the ordinances, resolutions, motions, and orders contained in the consent agenda as read.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Dole, second by Crockett, roll call.
Dole,
Yes.
Crockett,
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Geske.
Yes.
Motion carries. Any comments tonight? Do you have anything you want to talk about, Mr.
Nope,
Martin?
nothing.
Mrs. Dole?
Now, just remember, the last 360, Life 360 is November 19th, and they're discussing Medicare Part D, and Homestar Insurance is putting on this, so that's all I have.
Mr. Crockett?
Nothing this evening, Mayor.
Mr. Geske?
I have nothing.
Jim, Christmas decorations, you started doing that yet?
Yes, sir. Yeah,
You
you'll
ready
notice
for the first Friday or Saturday in December?
we're slightly behind, but we're catching up here between the couple of additional projects we try to wrap up and a couple windstorms kind of
Well,
throw.
I was just gonna say, we talked about at the last meeting that you were gonna have the last pickup, I believe in October, and now that we've had another windstorm that continues to blow, I suspect that you're gonna continue to be out.
We were picking up branches all over town today. Additionally, beyond the chipper route, we were going around picking branches off the middle of the street, so, but yeah, we're,
When's the regular routine route in?
next week will be the last week of the
So
month.
anything after that we're not gonna do it, except if there's a storm comes through, if somebody has a significant number of branches that need to get picked up, call Public Works.
Correct. If a storm related, I mean, otherwise then if people
Otherwise,
wanna-
wait till next spring before you start cutting stuff down.
people can haul stuff down to the South Main Police Garage, which is where Main turns into Cook. That's a spot, and that's kind of like our winter storage, or if anybody really has to get rid of a pile. But
Unless there's an emergency, it's gonna stop next week as far as the normal route.
yeah, and the main reason is that one truck that we use for the chipper is got to get a plow and a salt spreader on it, so it's a transition.
Okay. And Brian, as far as wind's concerned, I know the garbage cans were all over the place today. I suspect that you'll be around checking to make sure that all that stuff gets picked up over the course of the next couple of days. So make sure that people get their, can't blame them for today, but that we don't want stuff all over the place for, forever.
Yeah, it seems like it's always windy on garbage day.
Yeah. Okay, I have nothing further. I'd accept the motion to adjourn. Motion by Martin, second by Dole. Roll call.
Martin,
Yes.
Dole, yes, Crockett,
Yes.
Geske.
Motion carries. Thank you very much for coming and for watching.